this feeling to grow. In the shadows, always watching, always running the show. In the tower, you can bring your pain. In the tower, you can feel the strain. You've been having so much trouble just fitting in. In the tower, we can help you. We will make you sing. In the tower, you can bring your pain. In the tower, you can feel the strain. Reach out, touch the fear. It is always there. Put on this coat of black. There ain't no going back. In the tower, you can bring your pain. In the tower, you can feel the strain.
Music.
Let's do
What's up,
this.
people? We be here.
What is oh, oh my god. Oh my god, I'm live.
Oh,
Are we live? Is this thing on?
Oh
Hello?
my goodness.
Is this thing on?
I think so.
Um.
So you guys will see some orange text
Maybe.
over Daniel and Josh's webcam. Maybe. Because my internet is doing its thing
Maybe.
where at 8 o'clock every day, it's like, hey, Andrew, go fuck yourself. So,
It's true. We're calling it the nightly Andrew gets laid in a bad way by his web server.
yeah. Because
Event.
I keep getting messages on YouTube saying it's not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth stream. So we do
Yay.
apologize for that. But there was literally zero time to do anything different about it to fix it. So
This is true.
I apologize and
It's
tell Spectrum
okay,
to
though.
furnish their
We still
customers
love
with better
you
routers.
all.
We do still love you.
Yeah. The router is the only thing I can think of is the issue.
Forever.
And as soon as I can get more
Forever.
So what do you guys want to talk about tonight? I mean,
Oh, just stuff and things.
there's just something
mostly stuff,
happening, or
a handful of things.
we do like to talk about the stuff and the things. It's a thing we
also
like to talk about.
frosty mugs.
Oh,
That's
wait.
true. We do like frosty.
Hold on.
I'm
I
not
gotta-
drinking out of my frosty mug
I
tonight.
put my stuff in the wrong
Rude.
glass. Let me try to pour real quick.
Rude. Oh, do you Oh yeah, your red solo to the proper cup.
Sorry.
Wow, it just barely fit.
My Southerner was coming out, so, homage to the Southerners, but, I got my Dusty Will Frosty mug.
Red solo cup. I fill you up.
Let's have a party. Proceed
Let's
to
have
party.
a party.
Speaking of let's have a party, the Gathering Madness Black Tower
Was that
Podcast
a transition I was going for?
2020.
I'm not gonna lie. I currently have no idea what the fuck is going on.
Do you know what?
This is
You
absolute
guys,
chaos in here.
we all know that 2020 has been crap. Okay? Like, for real.
He's been
2020 has
bullshit.
been a taint-laden midden heap of flaming trollic balls.
You know what? It's been mother's milk in a cup.
Whoa!
I mean,
Language,
trollic
sir.
balls. That
What?
just means like Moraine has been
Also
casting some
ashes.
fireballs.
Hey, all right.
Because
But
during
you know what
what
we
was it? Was
decided?
it World War One or World War Two that like the Finnish motto, like because their rifles had a tendency to jump up really bad, they told them to aim low, and it got like roughly translated. The saying they made was "aim for the balls," like shoot them in their balls, aim for their balls.
I like
Honestly,
it.
that's just what you should always
Don't
be
fuck
aiming
them.
for anyway.
I mean, really.
If you
What's a
miss,
bigger
there's
deterrent?
a lot of real estate around that area that'll still do a lot of damage.
What's a bigger deterrent? This guy's gonna kill you, or this guy's gonna shoot your dick off, literally.
It's gonna kill your
You'll
future
live.
generations before they're ever even
But you're
conceived.
done.
So basically, Samuel L. Jackson in the Hateful Eight.
Yes. In an effort to stave off the Dark One's influence on the world as we know it, to battle the Dark One, to spit in Sightblinder's eye, and because it's a good excuse to throw a party, we decided that we need to celebrate the second birthday of the boys in black
The second
Hanging.
birthday.
hanging and doing their thinging, if you know what I'm saying.
This many birthdays.
This many birthdays.
That many birthdays.
Yeah, I know that one. I'll teach you that
Hey.
that particular weave at the Gathering Madness.
I bet it uses a lot of spirit.
So does that mean
It
that
does.
that mean that this
Very
is like
fine weave.
that this is like the third birthday? Is that our third birthday symbol?
Yeah, that's gonna be our third
The
birthday.
shocker.
Yeah, so it was the first birthday. It was very proper. It was very nice. First birthday. And then it's the second birthday.
That's right.
And then it's the third birthday. And
the third birthday.
At the third birthday.
So
And then
That's the
the
thing,
fifth will be
guys.
like that, so you can't point fingers at anybody for what they did or didn't do. What happens in Ogden, Utah, stays in Ogden, Utah.
that's actually so a fun little bit of history before you guys think, oh, Ogden, Utah. What the fuck is Ogden, Utah?
It's a
Ogden,
city.
Utah is the city that once ran Al Capone out of town. That's right. And Al Capone, when asked about Ogden, Utah, said, oh no, I'll never go back there. That place is too rowdy. This is a true story.
It would be
And then
more
the Mormons
impressive if it
moved in,
wasn't the IRS
And
that took
everything
him out.
everything changed when the Mormons attacked.
The Mormon nation.
I still say it'd be
There was
more
harmony
impressive if
among
the
the
IRS
mafia
didn't take
families.
him out. So.
And the Mormon nation attacked.
His
And
story,
when the
his
world
story has
needed
like a
him
very
most,
sad ending.
Al Capone ran to Chicago with his tail between his legs.
Oh, that's what's wrong.
Anyway,
We're missing
we
the
were
mafia
talking
from
about
Avatar.
parties.
We were talking about our party. Basically, what you just saw is going to be it, only in person. All right, who wants to hang out with
A
us?
lot longer.
I know I want to hang out with us.
I want to hang out with these two.
I'm
You
sorry.
do.
I hang out with
What?
me a lot. So
No, I just read Brother Dan's statement in live chat. Is it named after Jeb Ogden, preacher and brothel owner?
I mean, I can Google it really quick.
I'm
Jeb
okay with that.
Ogden. I'm hoping it's so true right now. I'm gonna say it's true. I don't even care.
I don't know what I just
happening.
Whoa, whoa,
heard.
whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa, whoa,
happening.
whoa, 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 whoa,
So,
whoa, whoa, whoa,
so let
whoa.
it be written.
So let it be done. Make it so, Mr. Josh.
It may be a place that ran out a
Oh,
prohibitionist alcohol smuggler, but there will be no shortage of
So here's what needs to
the
happen.
devil's water, the taint. None of that will be in short supply. English.
Brother Dan,
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna
when you
need you
take out
to
the
make a
alcohol,
web page
you
that says
need
that,
the theft.
so we can do that on the Wikipedia.
Nice. I like it.
This is a valid
so
source.
getting into the nuts and bolts, I'm sure that most of the people watching this video are already aware that we were having an event. A lot of you, I'm sure, have already been invited, whether sort of in your own video, whether it be, the Way of the Leaf guys who heard about it when we did the YouTuber panel, any of the other people who were guests, anyone who's on our Discord, you probably know about this already, but there are some things that you might not know. And we are here today, live from New York. It's Saturday. Wait, hang on. Wrong
show.
My bad. Live. It's Sunday night from all of our homes in different parts of the country to make sure that you have all of the details so that you can Gathering Madness safely, soundly, smartly, and taintly.
Daniel, I'm actually on your front porch. This is a
love
virtual background of my actual bedroom. Don't look outside.
I need to open the door. Andrew's here.
Don't open the
Dude,
door.
I would lose my shit if that happened.
Remember that time that did happen?
It
Oh,
did
yeah.
happen, and I did
Yeah, it
lose
did.
my shit. It was 1 year ago. Wait, to the. We were at Daniel's escape room, and we were all hanging out. And at first, it was like, oh, hey, I'm just gonna swing by your escape room because we're in LA, heading out for. Sorry, I got something in my eye, guys. I've been
Apparently.
tiling all day, and I think I got a little piece of tile in my eye.
You didn't
Let's
touch
get that
the
looked
hot
at.
sauce, right?
I did touch the hot sauce.
Oh
But
God.
no, but then we decided to meet up, and Andrew was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fly my ass all the way across the country, and we're gonna do this." And for 10 minutes of YouTube video and an afternoon of hanging out, which was awesome. That's how we spent our first birthday as the Black Tower Podcast, which was
And it
great.
was fantastic. We ate pasta. We played games. We ate chicken wings with ridiculously hot sauce.
Daniel
even
watched
had
us
to
on
drink
cameras
beer.
and talked to us over a walkie-talkie.
That's true. That's true.
That is accurate.
It was. So the cool thing about this is we decided for year number 2, let's turn it up. Let's get
Episode to 11.
turned. So we decided
Why don't
we
we
wanted
just make it louder?
to plan to get in the same place at the same time. Only this time we wanted to make sure that you guys were there with us.
I mean, technically, last time two of us planned it, only one person was left out of the plan because it was supposed to be a surprise. And now we're doing this in your literal backyard. So that's like, hey, sorry we didn't include you in the plan last time, but
That is
this
true.
time you're integral.
The address you'll see down there,
Literally.
literally, the awesomeness that is my backyard is going to play host to this miraculously amazing event. Now, you may notice in the description below that we've got a couple of links.
Yep.
One of them is an RSVP. So
That's because Ogden, Utah is so raunchy and off the rails that Al Capone was like, nah. But to have an event with any type of alcoholic beverages whatsoever,
that's right.
it must be a private event.
Well,
that
Or
only-
you must have a public liquor license.
well, see, our
Yes.
RSVP
Yeah, yeah.
really stands for realistic sexual viral process. So you guys all have to be tested before you can be exposed to this much taint. No, I'm just kidding. Though,
There
if
is.
you are at risk, get tested by all means.
Please.
By the way, we all three of us are the ones who are going to be laying the taint on the most thick. We've all gotten our tests. We're good. We will get them again 2 weeks before. We're all good.
And 2 weeks after.
So
Oh,
That's
I
why
don't
we
care
need
about
your.
the after.
That's why we need your email so we
Something
can
in the
send you
gathering.
the results.
so much for the
That's so
afterglow.
bad. Brother Daniel
So,
had
yes,
an
so
escape room.
if
He
you-
has since moved on to bigger and better things.
I actually have not.
Oh, what do you do both?
Well,
I do not.
he doesn't do anything.
I don't do anything right now.
Oh, well, I mean,
He's
until
unemployed because of
cookies
I
are
would-
back up.
I was let go with a lot of other people from the last thing I did was cookies.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you were
It
supposed to be
is.
like, once restrictions were removed because of COVID, that you'd go back.
That was what I was. We'll talk later.
Okay. Well, I feel like a grade A asshole, but
Thank you.
No,
Andrew.
no, absolutely don't. It was.
I'm just happy I didn't ask him where the cookies he was going to send us are.
Yes.
Then I would have felt
I'm-
bad.
I'm glad you didn't do that either.
you know what?
'Cause then it
We'll
would
make
have
our
been a hard
own.
conversation.
We'll make our own cookies, and they'll be better than any cookies that place ever fucking had, and they'll regret
That's right.
And those
regret not
cookies
bringing
will
them
have
back.
blackjack.
And hookers. Anyway,
Works
so
for me, I guess.
you do need to fill out an RSVP form if you're going to be there in person or if you're going to be attending virtually, because we're going to have some other things there as well. So please fill out an RSVP form because it's awesome and you know you want to.
And also, guys, by the way, we do know that we are doing this announcement a little late. Again, we have tried to get out as many details as we possibly could to get you there in person, because in person is going to be the way to be. Virtual, we will absolutely have attendance. We want you guys there. Please do not feel like we are going to skimp on the virtual attendance, but it is not going to be like being there. As much as we are going to try to make it like being there as much as possible, we're all going to be honest that it won't be like being there. So if you can attend,
It never is, really.
so much. If you have any chance of being there, definitely check it out and come by. It is free. The whole 17th day, the day of the 17th, is free. Obviously, again, you will need to get there and you will need to put yourself up for the night before or the night after or both, or however long you plan to stay in Ogden, Utah. However, the event itself, the 17th, is going to be a free admission event. We just want your butts in seats, having fun with us. We love you guys so much, and we want you physically there so that we can have as much fun as possible.
Yes, this is all accurate. Now, we will be showcasing a number of things. Since I brought attention to the link in the description below, did you guys notice that the description below is right next to the subscribe button as well? That's so weird. Anyway, the link in the description below for the mixology contest submission. You
Wait, do
heard
do other channels have that?
I think we're the only one. I think we're special. We've got a subscribe button and a bell.
Cool.
Yeah, it is
It's
pretty
just
cool.
so YouTube can keep track of us when we're stumbling around in the tainty dark. Like, oh no, they're over there.
Basically,
So let's just
that's
cordon that off with caution tape.
On my screen, it says subscribed, and then that bell is filled in.
Oh, that must mean you're subscribed and belled.
Wait, is that why I get notified whenever the black bar does something?
Maybe.
That's it. That's how it works.
More shoddy.
So check this out.
Here's what I'm gonna say about passing out in Josh's yard. You can at your own risk and safety concerns, because I guarantee you, when you pass out, there will be 2 armed U.S. military veterans in the house of the yard of which you have passed out in that are armed and may or may not have military instilled reactions. So knock before entering, I guess. I don't know.
I would say just look out for the shoulder
Who doesn't
bumpers.
have any military training, who will do his absolute best to make sure you wake up with 0 Sharpie dicks on your forehead.
I will say this. Just beware of the shoulder thumpers at Madman's Peace. which we'll talk about a little bit
I
more.
could just see Daniel
later.
now, like someone knocks on the door, he leaps out through a window with like a plastic broom handle. I have the power of God and anime on my side.
I have the power of God and anime.
You'll never catch me, Rescue Rangers!
I love it. So the mixology contest, look over that form. One of the events that we're going to be having is a mixology contest where you submit your recipes for a Wheel of Time inspired beverage. Then Andrew, Daniel, Andrew, wait, no. Is it this way? Yeah, it's this
No,
way.
it's the other
Andrew,
way.
and then Daniel. It's this way, I thought.
Nope. Point the other way.
Whatever. My guys, Daniel and Andrew
Andrew and Josh.
and myself will be drinking said beverages and rating them on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, if you look properly on the form, you will notice things like no overly disgusting ingredients and or items on
Yes,
the recipe.
please do not cover squid tentacles with peanut butter and call that a drink, because I've seen Shokugeki no Soma and I know it's horrible.
We're not going to be putting like mayonnaise in a beverage. We're not going to be putting body parts in a beverage.
I quickly added
We would like to have some fun with it.
Quickly added a window capture so they can see the form on the screen. They can see the rules here for the mixology
yes.
contest. They can't see us now, but they can see the form.
Also, none of us
I don't
are
wanna see us.
wealthy, so please don't choose or select a drink that will cost like $100 to make. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's
It's great that you can drink
That's rule number 2 right
Patron
there.
all day, every day, but
Yeah. So rule number 1, you must have you must have tried your drink, all right?
Yes.
That's honor based.
And if
There's
you
no way to prove
can't
it.
choke it down, we can't either. Probably.
well,
Yeah. I mean, we can, but we probably shouldn't. Again, like
I
Josh was
realized that
saying,
nobody saw my face.
yeah,
But anyway.
it's all covered up. But yeah, like Josh said, avoid overly expensive alcohols. We honestly, guys, there's a lot of stuff that has been bought, a lot of stuff that still has to buy. And in case you guys weren't aware, we are not one of those platforms that are making thousands of dollars from any of this. So
It's true.
and we're also doing this for free, so we're not getting like part of the cost recuperated by like attendance cost or anything like that. So
Which again, let us be very, very clear here. I know that Andrew wasn't doing this, but that is not a complaint. That is in no way a complaint about not making money. It is just a truth about what we're dealing.
I'm not complaining. We're happy to do the event. We're happy to have you guys out. We're happy to have fun. If we were making even $100, that would be what little bit we get now that helps offset costs. Like, blows my mind already. So take that in no way as like a complaint or a jab or a plea.
Andrew
or
was
anything
not
like
complaining, and I just wanted to reiterate that we love you guys and we want you to do this, and we are super excited about it. We are also mildly poor. That's just how.
So with that,
We're
the current
just saying
request.
Not whining, not making excuses, just stating facts.
So go ahead and finish up the rules there, Andrew.
So the current request is if you're requesting alcohol to be used, and we're assuming that you have already purchased said alcohol, if you've tried the drink, keep it to stuff that's under $100 a bottle. I don't want to say the cheaper the better, because we've all had super cheap liquor that just made us like hate ourselves for the next 3 months. But keep it reasonable. It has become manageable because we do have to buy everything for each recipe, make sure we have it all, as well as everything else, all the other expenses that come. Like, we can have the event for free, but the event setup and supplies are not free. And then, of course, we must be able to replicate the recipe. If your recipe requires a 180-degree capable rotating reciprocal saw or some shit like that, some crazy tool that you need. Though Josh may
has
have the
that.
tools,
I
we're not
do
going to
have
bring
that.
those. We are not going to bring that tool around the bunch of us enjoying the taint, because that's how people lose hands, and we already have enough people that have lost hands in Wheel of Time. We don't
Yeah.
need more.
The Lord Dragon was not happy at the loss of his hand, and I'd like to not follow that particular
Angle!
stupid.
But
That's
grid.
you
actually
can
a
also
really good
see
angle.
you can also see how we're going to judge the drinks. So the drinks will be drink and or shot, whichever way the format of your drink is, which you can make either, you can make both. As far as I know, it's kind of hard with Google Forms to make multiple submissions, but if you have multiple, then I'm sure there's a way you can figure it out in the form. If not, you know how to contact us via email, via Twitter, all that fun stuff, and we'll happen, because we do want to have a bunch. But if you're submitting like 5 recipes, we're probably going to sit there and be like, all right, choose like one that's like your go-to. Like, we'll try the others, but choose your one that's your competition recipe.
We will accommodate where possible.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yes.
But the recipe must be clearly written as well. We have to be able to like follow it.
Yeah. And then once it's made, yeah. Well, I mean, I already said it. We must be able to replicate the recipe. If you use crazy tools and we don't have them, we can't do it, and we're not going to pull out power tools and stuff like that.
I mean, Brother Dan, you're trickling it along a feral cat's stomach into a golden goblet lined with diamond crumbs along the rim. We can do that. Like, that's easy. I just don't want to get anything like, ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, we're already going to, Matt from the Dusty Wheel is already going to have to watch us drink alcohol and not be able to partake. We can't force him to watch us lose hands and not be able to partake as well, because that's just no fun.
It's true. Also, I'm going to throw out another sort of caveat. It's not like obviously a full rule or anything here, but if you're going to do shots, awesome. If you're going to do a full cocktail, again, please be aware and be sort of reasonable with it. If you're going to make one that's like 6 layers of cocktail, if you will, because of densities, we're probably not going to end up being able to finish the whole thing, because there are going to be a number of drinks. So again, be reasonable with your concoctions, because if we can't finish the whole cocktail, we can't necessarily judge it based on its entirety. We're going to take about a shot, maybe 2 of your cocktail, and judge it based on that. So be aware of that kind of requirement on it.
We do have physical limitations on how much alcohol we're able to consume.
Look, I will not pour your drink out on the ground, because that is alcohol abuse. But I will pour it into a Tupperware cup so that either I or Josh or Daniel can enjoy more of it later. I can't take really a to-go cup because I need to be semi-cognizant for my flight out. But I will maybe wake up early. Well, you know what? We'll see. I don't know. Almost got kicked off a Delta once before, but that wasn't my fault.
Mixology contest. We want your recipes. Make sure they have a nice, catchy Wheel of Time name. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. So that's gonna be one of the events for the evening.
Yeah, because there's Daniel, 4 different categories right there. Because we're not gonna talk about which ones we like the most. We might comment on it, but we're gonna have our own scoring system. So I might say it's a 10. Daniel might say it's a different score. Josh might say it's a different score, whatever the case is. And then whoever gets the most out of that will be the overall.
At the event, I might come over to you with 2 pieces of bread and hold them on the sides of your head and call you an idiot sandwich if your drink sucks.
Drastically
we will see.
Different statements there that you started to say and corrected yourself on.
Yeah, I'm really happy you corrected yourself on that.
There's also 3.
That was the statement I was trying to make the whole time. If I went off in another direction, it's because I have drunk a little bit already. So now you're just making a preview of what will happen.
Yeah.
Embrace the tank.
There's also a prize for best name for what it tastes like, a best looking drink prize, and then judge's choice, which, as you saw, whenever when I had everything up on the screen where you could see the form rules, at least, it's for the one we don't know what to do with, but it deserves a prize nevertheless. The very last thing says drinks will be disqualified if we can't follow the directions. So
Yeah,
we got to be able
because
to
we
do
do
it.
have to be able to, make it.
Yeah.
And reminder, there are 3 of us, and all of us have varying levels of intelligence. So if Andrew can't figure it out, then that means that your drink is way too complicated,
let's not
and Josh
use-
and I have.
Let's not use my intelligence as a
So
metric. We'll be
it
fucked on a
really-
plain beer. Half the time I can't even open a plain beer. If you guys ever see
Also,
me
I
drunk,
just
it's
have
an exercise in sheer will to rip open a glass bottle or something.
I am loving the comments that we're getting in the live chat.
It's
They're
hilarious.
disappointed that they're apparently Daniel said no layered drinks because Morshadi wanted to do a 9-horse hitch cocktail, and Brother Dan is upset that he can't do his 9 rods of Dominion cocktail.
He said no layered, no 9 alcohol mixes. Because layer,
Yeah,
if you can figure out the perfect densities of 9 different alcohols to be layered, and it
your
turns into a
instructions are
reasonably
easy
tasteful
to
drink.
follow.
If it's easy to
Bam.
follow, I mean, it's really not that hard to hold a spoon at a certain level and lightly pour another one and hope that it works. And then, but to do that
Plus,
where
it
it
might be
doesn't
fun to
fail
watch us
9
do that.
times or 8 times, because I guess the first one can't fail because it's the first in, but
Yeah. So that's the mixology contest. It's going to be fantastic. Now we've got some other things that are going to be happening
What?
at
You
this
mean it's
event
not
as well. It's
drinking?
not just going to be just drinking. So,
oh, well,
the
I'm
folks
out. I'm out.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm out.
who
Bye,
wants
guys.
to come and attend can do so. And this is actually probably a good thing because we will be playing with sharp objects.
Which, just to make sure that everyone is aware, prior to the event, we are going to be playing with many sharp objects. Or we do the mixology contest.
Yes, mixology is at the end of the evening.
Please.
And the sharp object play is throughout the day. Daniel, do you remember what the sharp object play is?
There are technically 2, but one of them, well, 3, but one of them is very blunted. One of them is mildly blunted, and the other one is not directed at people.
Is mildly blunted where you
So-
only smoke half a blunt?
I
Asking
don't
for
know.
a
I don't
friend.
remember.
Asking for a friend
once.
that lives in California named Daniel.
Second.
Tell them what they're going to be doing, Daniel.
We have 3 different contests, and they are all based on our 3 favorite taviren. We have our Heron's axe throwing, which is going to be the sharpest of the 3. They are literally Black Tower podcast branded axes that we will be throwing at targets.
Yeah.
Super fun. Number 2.
I don't have one right now. I stupidly, you know what? I'm going to go grab it right now. I'm going to
Go
grab
ahead.
the axe.
Either
we're
that or
be
I'm going to
throwing.
grab a picture and throw it up over your webcam for your failures.
Number 2, we have the just a little bit blunted because we do have some practice swords that we will be using on each other. They are the, Lan, Rand, anyone else who was part of the training of the Emmonsfield 5, that they were practicing with those lathe swords. We will be having a contest where we smack each other with those, and whoever is the best fencer or heron-marked blade master in this case, and gets the most points in the rounds that we set or whatever. I don't know if we actually have 100% nailed down what that's going to be. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I did show the picture.
20.
Yeah. And in case you guys can't see that too well, I'll let Josh reveal the bladed side, and then I'll pop the picture back up there, expressly over only his webcam.
He almost just stabbed himself in the face.
These are-
Is that like gunmetal finish? Or is that like a forged finish?
I think I'm going to say gunmetal.
It looks really
Hey,
dark.
it looks-
way darker on your webcam than it did in the pictures you sent. So it looks like way doper.
It does, actually.
So here's and you can see it's engraved BTP 2020, baby.
As we said, we have pulled out most of the stops. Not all of them,
Here we
because
go. Watch,
remember,
I'll show you how sharp this is. We got a nice little. Let me get one of the gray hairs. Bam!
oh, it cut a hair.
It just did it straight up, no resistance. We got 10 of these that we're going to be throwing at targets.
Nice.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought we
And
had
then
like 3
as
or
I said,
4.
we've moved on now. We've moved on to the Rand Heron Mark Blade contest. We will have a few more details about that on the day, but it is going to be like tournament based in some ways, as a fencing tournament kind of thing would be. And then last but not least, we have the most blunt of all, the Matrim Coffins Long River or Two Rivers Longbow tag that we will be playing out of some arrows, and we will be shooting them at each other for points.
I thought they were Nerf.
If we can manage that one.
Or there will be targets, and we will reuse targets.
Look, guys, one way or the other, there's going to be some form of archery competition between the 3 of us. I guarantee. I guarantee it.
And if
it will
you
happen.
want your own bow that's as tall as you are and takes 3, grown men to draw, be our guest.
It's gonna be hard to shoot like one of those cheap Nerf arrows out of a freaking Two Rivers longbow. To be honest with you, so
that's the thing, guys. We are organizing with the handicap of COVID right now.
Yes.
So there are some things that are in flux, but archery is happening.
Yes.
And the reason it's archery and not Ashandarai is, 1, we don't have any Ashandarai, and 2, we wanted to
Sounds like an us problems.
around like book 1, okay?
Yes.
And Perrin in book 1 has his axe, Rand has his sword, and Matt uses a good Two Rivers longbow to take out some Trollocs.
Which is, of course, again, why if we were doing, a Memory of Light people, then we would be fighting with crystal swords. Sorry, spoiler alert. We'd be fighting with crystal swords, Ashandarai, and we'd be like, John Henry railroad hammering all the live long day.
Yes. So there's going to be a lot of fun, though. There's going to be a lot of fun. There will be prizes for each event.
Correct.
What prizes, you ask? Well, I'm not going to tell you right now because they're really awesome prizes, and I want to savor. They are provided, of course, by our sponsor, the Crystal Barista.
Crystal Barista.
If you want to take a look at her stuff, you can go to facebook.com/rockpick, just like a rock pick. And she does Facebook sales all the time. Rocks, minerals, crystals, jewelry making supplies. She has subscription boxes that she does. And she has agreed to sponsor this event for us, providing all the prizes, providing our pub, or our inn, and providing pretty much everything. Food as well. She's going to be providing food.
And probably good company. Let's be honest.
Also good company. She's quite amazing.
Also,
and that's
if you want an extra thing, make sure to go over to the Crystal Barista's OnlyFans for all of the rock action.
that seems to be
The
thing,
crystals don't just recharge each other with moonlight. There's a whole process.
right? Oh.
Andrew walked back in at the best moment ever.
Sure did. Didn't realize there was an extra
guys,
subscription box for Crystal Barista, but now I know.
along with the prizes, there will be giveaways. There will be swag bags. There will be special incentives for our patrons. So if you're a Patreon and you want to attend the event, we will have surprises for you, some incentives there for you as well. Now, what if you're a Patreon and you're only able to attend virtually? Not a problem. We definitely will be sending prize packets out to you, to your homes.
It's not a problem. The way we treat our Patreons is the best way anybody treats their Patreons ever. Nobody treats their Patreons better than we treat our Patreons. Look at my face, not my small hands. We're going to treat you right. We're going to treat you great. And it's going to be the best time you've ever had.
And we
We're
will
not going to treat you the way I treated my first wife, or my second wife, or Stormy Daniels. We're going to treat you like I treat my third wife, First Lady Melania Trump.
When she doesn't want to hold my hand, I let her just go and take a ride on Marine One. It's fantastic. She loves it.
I can't believe we just did this. So, among the different swag items and prize items and whatnot,
no, nobody's been getting grabbed by anything. I can assure that. Secret Service has told me that's a big no-no. It's not going to happen. You can grab your own swag bag.
You could win one of these axes. You could just take it home with you. Okay? We're going to have swag bags that include pins, Black Tower Podcast pins, Black Tower Podcast stickers, Black Tower Podcast pop sockets for your phone. We're going to have all kinds of fun things. Okay? One of the things is this is why it's important that the recipes in the mixology contest are important, is because we're going to be creating a recipe book and or pamphlet of the mixology beverages that are submitted. And our Patreons will get one of those for free.
Yep.
It's going to be great.
Imagine,
the world's first
just imagine
Wheel of
that.
Time inspired cocktail recipe book.
There you go.
And it could all be yours.
So, a Wheel of Time, the first, I believe, ever that I found, because I sent the guy some stuff when I started looking like a couple months ago. There was only like a very small, like 2 or 3 Wheel of Time inspired cocktails or drinks that I could find. So this is a chance, not just for us, but for you guys as people that enjoy the Black Tower podcast, that want to show support, that want to contribute to something that's going to be dope, to create the first Wheel of Time bartender's manual, I guess.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
And
imagine it could be included, because we already have Rob with Malkier Talks doing all the food. So now
we got to pair one of the Wheel of Time cocktails with one of the Wheel of Time beverages. So Malcurie Rob,
if we get this book out, we can send it. We can send it to Malcurie Rob. We can send it to Malcurie Rob, and you know what? He can be like, hey, this drink or this shot goes best with this snack or this dish. Let's see who can make the best drink that goes with honey cakes.
Oh, challenge. Ladies and gentlemen, gauntlet thrown down. It's at your feet. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Also, to cap off, so those are the events that are going to happen throughout the day. And as you can see toward the end of the day, well, as you can see, there will be food provided. I'm going to go with this first. There will be food provided.
We got your
There will be
covered.
a breakfast of bread, meat, and cheese. Okay, because who doesn't love a good bread, meat, and cheese? And then at around the lunchtime hour, there will be a meal of bread, meat, and cheese for the lunchtime meal, which is also going to be exciting because I'm just very, very excited. And then for dinner will be the third meal of bread, meat, and cheese.
Let's be clear.
Specifically,
these don't seem to all be the same bread, meat, and cheese.
Correct.
It's not, you literally get like 5 slices of pepperoni, 3 slices of American cheddar, and 1 piece of Wonder Bread. Like, no, that's not what we're talking about here. Like, it's going to be good.
This is a fire fest, guys.
Yeah. You know, we're not throwing you in military prison where you only have milk and bread to survive off of, all right? It's going to be different meats, different breads, different cheeses, all assorted together in different ways. Now, if you are one of the people that like, hey, I can only eat Wonder Bread, I'm sure there's a grocery store nearby. Wonder Bread's like what, like $2 a loaf. I swear, if I see somebody that's there just chowing down on a loaf of Wonder Bread the whole time, I'm gonna lose my shit. But do what you got to do. You know, be happy.
You got to do.
Gather
Yes,
the
and guys,
madness in your
again,
own way.
to reiterate, this is good breads, meats, and cheeses. Don't imagine walking through the ways worried about ma chin chin bread, meat, and cheese. This is going to be good stuff.
Though we can come by and start wailing and screaming about murder and sweet, sweet flesh and skin if you need, I guess. If that helps your digestion, we're all for it.
Andrew, that was a surprise.
I didn't say we were. I said we
ruined
could.
the surprise.
Oh
Now,
no, there's bigger surprises.
As far as the dinner portion of the day goes, it will be a meal of bread, meat, and cheese. But to iterate or to reinforce what Daniel was saying, or Andrew was saying about how they're not going to be all. Andrew said it's not going to be all the same bread, meat, and cheese. Daniel says it's going to be really good bread, meat, and cheese. The dinner portion of this may prove to be
it's all right.
the one true test of that statement. Because this will be the second iteration of the Black Tower hashtag Taste the Taint Challenge. Boom! That's right. We're bringing it back. We did it on our 1-year anniversary. We ate some Reaper squeezins on some chicken strips. And this year, there's going to be no exception. We're going to have ultra, super hot, spicy chicken wings that you will be able to partake. Now,
and I may not touch my eye after touching the sauce. May not. It may still happen. It probably will.
I would.
That shit was painful.
We don't want to lose any hands. We also do not want to lose any eyes.
Just walk around after the Taste the Taint challenge looking like Matt. Just, I gave up half the light of the world.
So, and if you remember how it worked last year, Taste the Taint.
Guys, snakes and foxes. There's something about snakes and foxes.
Oh, you don't have an eye. Ah! We're going to do the Taste the Taint challenge. If you remember how it worked last year, we called a couple people out, and a couple people actually participated. And it was awesome. So this year, we're hoping to make it a bigger deal so we can get more participation.
I think this year we might have somebody participating with us that everybody knows.
I did hear from a certain innkeeper that he was excited about tasting the taint.
Wait, does he work at the Madman's Peace?
No, he doesn't. He's coming all the way from his inn.
Does he work at
the Dusty Wheel? Maybe he does. I don't know. So if you'd like to be properly liquored up, if you'd like to be properly liquored up prior to the Taste the Taint challenge, no one's going to hold that against you. Like I said, this is a private event.
Just have your ticket and your photo ID.
Once the Taste the Taint challenge is over, wait, go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead, because I was about to get into like just the kind of nitty gritty details of everything, like the kind of more legalities of it. Well, let's finish with the overview of events, then we'll get into the legalities of it.
And that's where I was going to go, is if you'd like to be properly soused for your Taste the Taint challenge, that's perfectly fine. Because after that comes the mixology contest, where we will be tasting the different delicious beverages.
And it comes in tandem with something else that we promised was going to happen to this event, right, Josh?
We
promised the people an Ask an Ashamon, which is a twist on the AMA thing, the Ask Me Anything, but an Ask an Ashamon thing. And we already know that the illustrious, the ever infamous, the amazing Crystal Barista herself has some questions lined up for us. But we're also going to be taking questions from Twitter live, and as much as we can, our virtual attendees will be taking those questions as well. Literally fucking AAA.
Hashtag
Yeah.
Asking Ashaman. We're bringing it back. Okay.
Yeah, and as far as I am aware, and correct me if I'm wrong, we are going to be doing the mixology contest, and sort of throughout, there's going to be some fun Ask an Ashamans. And
Yeah.
then once we are properly sauced, that is when the night is going to turn into an especially fun thing, because a certain, as mentioned, Crystal Barista, who has not yet finished the series, is going to ask at least the three of us. Yeah, is going to ask at least the three of us, and possibly some fun guests, about some drunk Wheel of Time history, where we're like, yeah, Rand just like goes over, he's like, Bella has some energy, and then she's just like, I'll run all night if you want me to. I don't give a shit.
No.
And it's going to be like Discovery Channel drunk history level shenanigans that are happening at that point, but not based on Alexander Hamilton and Garfield and Franklin and all of these stupid historical figures that no one cares about, but the Wheel of Time, which we all care about.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna have at least two. As everything looks right now.
Chat just threw something out that I am dying over. Asking Ashaman. Hashtag Asking Ashaman. Also, AAA.
I definitely didn't say AAA earlier. When more shoddy said
I missed it when you said it.
Oh, okay.
More shot in live chat said it way
I get
cooler
it. I
than
get
you
it.
said it. So
I'll just
Wait,
go
is
fuck
it-
myself.
I think it's actually still AMA. It's just Ask Man Ashaman.
no,
Let
I
me
like asking.
I like AAA more.
No, it's
yeah.
obviously.
So other than ourselves,
Jesus, you guys
we
can't even
currently-
go with me for 1 second.
Yeah. as things are standing right now, as we're hitting kind of about a week sub month of the event happening, not quite. There are two other content creator platforms that are supposed to be there in person, from what we've been told. There may be a third. They're still tentative. And there may be more after this all goes out public for those that maybe have missed it. Because this is now, the links that are down below from this video, this is now whenever they're out there to the public for you to RSVP, for you to submit things to the mixology contest. Actually, this is the first that the mixology contest form is out there for anybody to do anything with.
Yes.
And these things will be reiterated on Instagram, on Twitter, as much as we can. We'll bring them up in podcasts that are going to be posted before the event, which is only going to be like what, 2 or 3? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth one will be like the day that we kind of say the event starts, but the day that most people are showing up. So we're putting all this out there. We wanted to have it out earlier, but our own schedules got in the way of that. But we promised you guys in the episode you would have heard Friday that by the very least today, links and stuff would be out and about and abundant for everyone. So,
And if you know anybody who wants to know the links, please we will gladly provide them all over.
oh yeah. And the,
Oh, yeah.
the whole like flyer you see right here on the well, for me, left side of the screen, this side where my thumb is pointing, that'll be
This
out there.
side, right over there.
Yeah. Daniel, the other side. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
Daniel.
side.
Yeah, there you go.
That'll be out there.
What the
It's
heck?
over here. Don't let Daniel fool you. It's over here.
Zoom flips
it's
my
over there.
video. Why doesn't VC?
Because VC cares more about you than Zoom does, I guess. But it'll all be out there. That'll be out there. So that way you'll have the address and everything. For those of you that can drive and make it, for those of you that can fly and make it, whatever the case is, we do heavily encourage it. We want to see you all there so that we can all have a ton of fun. And pending situations as they arise, pending time as it happens, there may be some things that you find about that happen right before and or right after the event. We'll have to see what happens.
It's true.
Because we
It's
initially
true.
wanted to do a little bit more, but we can only guarantee what you see here. So the rest of it will just have to wait and see how things happen, and we'll post that out as soon as we can.
Basically, guys, I want to just put it into simple terms. This is a Wheel of Time party. It really is. It's our second birthday, and we have really grown a pretty awesome friendship, like the three of us have through this. All three of us have met other folk who are fan freaking tastic, and we love you guys, and we want to party with you. And
Dragon Sworn?
this is hashtag Dragon Sworn, and this is a way to do that. And we want to do it again and again and again. And yeah, I mean, we're going to make it exciting for you. We're going to have events. We're going to have fun things for you to do. We're going to make it worth your time. We're going to have, like I said, we're going to have prizes. We're going to have swag bags. We've got this. This is going to be a fun time. And, you know, who knows what can happen? All kinds of fun, ridiculous things can happen. We're going to have some live recordings that you guys will have a chance to be a part of if you'd like to. We're going to have our virtual side of our event, which, you know, if you can't attend in person and you want to still be a part of the madness, absolutely sign in. We're definitely going to have some exciting participation things that you can do virtually. And we really, really want this to be a fun time for you guys as well as a fun time for us. And that's really what it boils down to.
Yep. So
No, and again, guys. No, go ahead.
So this is kind of what we're getting at. We've hinted a couple times that there's some legal restrictions, some stuff that has to happen. So it's already been said that because of where we're having the event, because of the nature of the event, that it has to be officially a closed/private event. That's why you have to fill out the RSVP form.
Yes.
Especially if you're attending physically, but we heavily encourage it if you're attending virtually, because that's going to be the only way you're going to get an invite link to how we're going to do it virtually. If you're going to be there physically, you're going to have that ticket. All right. You're going to either have that. You can print it out if you want, or you can just have the email on your phone to show it, because 100% without a doubt can guarantee you, we know exactly who we sent tickets to. We know exactly who they're for, the names for them, for you to be there physically, virtually. It just helps reinforce that you're supposed to have the link to be there. If you are physically at the event and there's alcohol to consume, you must have a photo ID that shows that you are of age to consume alcohol at the event. Do not think for a second that we might be too tainty or too easygoing to check that shit. Because guess what? Former cop, military cop, but former cop. We're gonna check that shit, because what we can't have is future Black Tower podcast events canceled because somebody underage got a hold of alcohol. Beyond somebody else doing something illegal. If you do something illegal outside the boundaries of the event, we have no control over that. We do not endorse that. We do not condone that. But, if you show up and you're obviously fucked up and you're like 18 years old, we're gonna be like, probably not the best time for you to be here. Let's
yeah, that's right.
No, we're just not gonna accept that risk.
We want you guys to have fun. That's it. That's
safe,
the big
responsible,
legal,
happy fun.
So you obviously
also,
you have to
guys, again.
Go ahead, Daniel.
Also, again, guys, one thing that we have sort of not danced around necessarily, that I haven't necessarily mentioned, we do have a lot of fun things planned. We do have a lot of, as Josh mentioned, swag bags. We have different events that are going on. We would love to have you guys on our Patreon. You do not need to be a Patreon to attend this event. You do not need to be a Patreon to attend this event. The event are there for you whether you are or not. This is not a grab for money. We love being supported, and we thank everybody who has supported us. However, there are going to be aspects of the event, things like swag bags, things like physical rewards and whatnot, that will be available to people who are subscribed to our Patreon by October 1st. You must be subscribed to our Patreon by October 1st to get those things for the event. Again, the event itself, totally free.
And
Do not need to be a Patreon to attend the event. Please be there. Please don't think that you need to give us extra money for being a Patreon to attend the event. We want your beautiful faces at the event in Ogden. But there are also pieces of it that you will miss if you are not our Patreons by August or by October 1st.
And that is solely for the fact that due to some of the merch and or swag and or prizes that we're receiving in the mail type thing, we need to make sure that we have enough.
All right, the
So,
puppet,
again,
the puppet
not a
doesn't
cash
need
grab,
ID, but the
nothing like
puppet
that. It's
guardian
just-
does.
We need to know who is available, who will be there physically or virtually, so that we make sure that we have enough for everybody attending.
Yes.
And to
Also,
be abundantly
guys,
clear, the ID, it must be a legal state or province or whatever country you're from issued identification card that shows a picture of you with your legal name,
Do we?
with your legal birthday, in order to
And-
consume alcohol on premise
Correct.
of the event. Any alcohol provided for or by the
However,
event.
hurry.
if you're a puppet, drinks free all night.
Yeah. As long as the drink only comes in contact with the puppet's mouth, puppet can drink.
I mean, it can come into contact with anywhere on the puppet as long as it doesn't then come into contact with someone else's mouth.
Yeah.
But again, guys, we do want to just reiterate, we want you there. We want you to have fun. We want to meet you guys because, you know, we've been super blessed in so many ways to be able to work with a number of the other content creators in the fandom and get a chance to, you know, put faces to names and really enjoy ourselves and have super fun conversations and whatnot with a number of different things that we've gotten a chance to do. But in the end, you know, we just want to expand on that. So please consider coming physically. There's going to be nothing like it, you know, in person in Ogden. But at the same time, we just want to hang out with you guys. So come in person, come virtually, stop in for an hour. Anything that you guys want to do, we will welcome to a certain extent.
Show us that you're the best archer in the Two Rivers.
And for our virtual people,
Yeah.
For our virtual people, so you have some kind of inclination as to what to plan for. The current ideology is that we're going to try to do a Zoom call. So if you don't already have Zoom installed, please have it installed. It'll probably one of those things that while we're doing events like the archery contest, the Heron Mark challenge, that kind of stuff, that will leave everybody's microphone open so that you can talk to each other at the very minimum. We are going to do our best to keep you close to action, close to what's going on, to engage with you. It may be things that once we start doing like live recordings, stuff like that, where we might have to mute everybody's microphone and then just rely on the chat, just like we're doing right now with live chat, to say what needs to be said or what you would like to say or questions you have, that kind of stuff. But do please keep in mind and do expect this is the first time we are doing an event, period. Other than the event coordinator, none of the 3 Tainty Boys you see here on the screen have done an event as like host or subject or whatever you want to call it. So there's going to be things that we learn that could be better, things that we could learn to do differently. And there may be things that just because of the technology and equipment we have available, we really can't do much about. We would love to have it where we could take ourselves and like 3 or 5 guests and give them like 360 GoPros to run around with, so you're like immersed in the experience. Is that going to happen? No, because we don't
we
have
could
that.
try though.
I mean, we could try.
Well,
but
I think the
I
best
personally don't
way
have a
is to actually
streamable
get
GoPro.
4 little dogs and attach the things to them, and then just have them run around the event.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, guys,
we're gonna do the best we can.
Let me be clear, because again, I want to make sure that nothing comes off wrong or anything like that. These are not excuses that we're making. These are not anything like that. We are aware of our situation. We are aware that we are going to mess certain things up, and that this is going to be our first Black Tower event. We are going to do our utmost to give you the best event that we can possibly give you, whether it be virtually or in person. Please be patient with us as we figure out how to give you the best event that we can possibly do, because there are going to be hiccups. Again, not excusing it, not justifying it, just being honest. Because there are going to be times where we will need a little bit more patience from you guys to make this an awesome event. But I think that you guys, and we are pretty thoroughly convinced that by come Sunday, October 18th, we will all be pretty happy with what has occurred, because we're ready to go ahead and put our hearts and our souls into this event for ourselves, and most of all for you guys.
And this makes a pretty good point as well, is that we want this to be an amazing event. And the more participation we can get, the more we can learn, the more resources we'll have to grow and do this bigger and better next year.
Because we do want this to be an annual thing. We do.
Exactly. And also, again, guys, you make this special, because the one thing that is going to tie every single year, whether it be 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, any of those things together, is going to be myself, Andrew, Josh, and the Crystal Barista. Anything else is up to you guys. It's going to be a very special 2020. And there might be half the people who come to 2020 who can make it for 2021. And it'll be a totally different event. And it'll be that much more special because you were there to witness it. You are going to be part of something that will never happen that way ever again.
Exciting, isn't it?
Right?
I'm excited. I'm pumped. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm happy.
Here's our tenets for the event. We want it to be fun. I missed my finger. I like slid off my own finger. What the fuck? Want it to be fun?
That is a sword form known as rain sliding off the roof.
Yeah. We want it to be.
It's called making it rain.
Yeah, something like that. With one finger, that's
rain
like
slides. No, that's what the full.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
This is just rain slides off the roof.
We want it to be all inclusive.
This is Angry Jewish Mother.
Is that Angry Jewish Mother?
Two. Okay, technically it would be the other way.
Let's start this over.
Anyway, start it. Do it.
We want it to be fun.
Number one.
We want it to be all inclusive. We want it to be as fun as possible, which is kind of with fun, but it kind of ties in with, because I almost said as cheap as possible, which is exactly what we want. We don't want to charge somebody. We don't want to charge people $100 just to show up for an event. And like, what do you get out of it?
No.
You get to sit at a board game. You get to get a T-shirt. Maybe there's 20 people. Like, no, that's not the way this works. If it works out to a point where there's enough money for the event where we can start reserving local hotel rooms for people or getting discounts on a block of hotel rooms, stuff like that, by all means, we will do whatever we can. But a lot of this is going to, that's down the road. A lot of this is going to be fan-driven, participant-driven. that kind of stuff. It's driven by you guys who wants to show up. And we want to keep it as reasonable as possible. We don't charge you guys $100 just to sign up to show up to a place where you maybe get to do 3 or 4 things and that's it. We want you to show up and at least have at least one day of a ton of things to do. And we want it to be something that we're always engaged with you with. That it's whether competitions like the Haramark Challenge or the Matt's Mixology Contest, or whatever else we're having. Not that I forgot the names, but just saying. We want you guys to enjoy it, and we don't want the cost of the event to be what deters you from coming. If we can't, we can't do anything about transport costs. We can't do anything without charging about lodging cost, and even that's going to be limited. So we want you guys to be able to be there. And also, this is in October, so we're taking the latter half of the year on the West Coast ish versus April timeframe on the East Coast. So this is almost the perfect time to go across the country for those of you that can't make it to Jordan Con, that you can make it to the Gathering Madness. So that's what we're here for. We want it to be fun. We want it to be engaging. We want it to be affordable as much as we can. And we want ultimately everybody to enjoy, whether you're there physically or virtually. And we want you guys to know what's going on.
This, guys, and and at the end of this, part of the reason why we say we want as much participation as possible is because at the end of this, we're going to be able to get feedback from you. What did we do good? What did we maybe can improve on? How can we make this a better place for fans of the Wheel of Time book series to hang out and geek out over the Wheel of Time? Really, because that's really what we want to do.
And again, guys, I just want to reiterate one more time, this is all from our hearts. This is absolutely from our hearts to you guys, because we feel incredibly strongly about you guys, and as weird as this is going to sound, each other. We want to get together, and we want you to be part of it. We don't want to in any way, diminish Jordan Con for the fact that they charge admission. We're hoping that eventually at some point we actually get to maybe do something like that. But this is from our hearts straight to you.
From our taints
to our taint. Let our taint rub against and brush up against your taint.
Yep. And so again, guys, if you want to go to Jordan Con next year and that's costing money, if you want to go to any other cons this year and that's costing you money, if you've gotten a chance to do it virtually, all of that different stuff, 2020 has been a weird freaking year.
Weird is one way to put it.
Stand that. And we want to take the edge off of 2020. We want to have a great time with great people. And we want to, take nothing away from other cons. We want to take nothing away from other gatherings. We love it all, and we want to join in on that festivity. So come on down, please join us, and get ready to taint it right the fuck up.
Come on down to the Gathering Madness and get your free swag bags.
Let us be the circle of channelers that changes the direction of this year. Because I'm ready for it. I know you are too. Come to the Gathering Madness, hang out with us, have fun with us.
It's hottest right before they use the Bowl of the Winds.
It's true. This is accurate. I might.
Cheers to that.
Props for anybody who can do a beverage like kind of like the fishbowl drink, but Bowl of the Winds. That's the challenge I'm throwing out.
Now Josh just wants to get fucked up. He wants a fishbowl. We'll give it all to him. He can.
You're damn right I do, son.
Taste it, but we'll let him drink the whole fishbowl. He'll end the night by wearing it on his head. I promise you. Oh no, my internet's going stupid.
One guarantee above all else, we're down. Period. End of story. It's gonna be. We're going to have fun. or I'll eat a bucket of scorpions.
Go enjoy a bushel of Richards.
Does anybody else have any questions? Do you guys have
Yeah.
anything else you need to add to this? Like
Q&A time. Any
I feel like we
questions?
said it. I feel like we said it.
Any questions?
To our live listeners, do you guys have any questions?
Even if you think,
Is
even
there
if you
anything
know
we can
the answer,
elaborate upon?
if it's something you think somebody else might have a question about, go ahead and elaborate. Ask it. Oh God,
A
Everclear
fishbowl
and juice.
full of Everclear and juice. That'll definitely move the world. You're
Here's
not
your
wrong.
fishbowl of Everclear and cranberry juice, non-sweetened.
I can already see.
Yeast
Oh.
infection. Let me go drink some Everclear and cranberry juice.
Oh, speaking of that, for my submission,
You're not allowed to go ahead and do a transition off of what I just said. What the? Yeah.
hold on, it'll make sense because you said yeast.
That
And
doesn't
I-
sound encouraging.
Infected some honey with yeast, and I have mead and hard apple cider brewing specifically for the Gathering Madness.
It
You're
looks
welcome.
good. It actually looks really, really good. He sent us pictures. I'm excited as fuck.
I'll
But
post
anyway,
pictures on our Twitter as well, and also Daniel's going to post pictures on our Instagram.
yes, that is going to happen.
He didn't know that until just now.
I do now, and that's what matters. Also, guys, so if anybody has this question, I'm just going to ask it while you maybe think of yours. Actually, before we get to this one, we do actually have a legitimate question, which is requirements, which is an absolutely fantastic question.
So
Go ahead and take it away, Josh.
I will say this. We are watching the COVID situation on a daily basis because the Crystal Barista is also planning an event.
Yes.
And so we will be watching as times get closer. We will make a determination on whether or not masks are required. Now, I will say this at this point in time, I am inclined to say that masks will not be required simply for the fact that it's an outside event. It will be outside. We will not be indoors with recirculated air. And so as we are outside, we will be able to maintain good social distancing. We'll be able to have good hygiene. I do have a thermometer. It's one of the ones we can scan your pictures. When I say that I want this to be fun for everybody, I mean I want it to be healthy for everybody as well. And I will not risk your health for something like this.
Also,
it's something we take very, very seriously.
So he ain't gonna sacrifice his health either.
It's true.
Because he got kids.
It's true. So that's
in the
the
wrong
thing.
direction,
As far as
So-
masks,
I
go
don't
ahead and
have
plan
kids.
on
You
bringing
meant
your
to point
mask
over there.
just to be safe.
What? You said okay.
Josh is over
I'm
there.
done with where.
You're down there for me. Josh is over there.
Andrew,
I'm right here.
Andrew, you pointing doesn't
Daniel,
help me.
Daniel,
Daniel,
you're right there.
Josh, again, not helping.
No,
'cause it's
you're right
my
there.
Screen that is or isn't flipped.
Go to
So,
youtube.com/Black Tower Pod and look and see where we are on the live stream.
Okay, but so plan on bringing a mask. Okay, go ahead and plan on bringing a mask just because if you wear a mask at the event, everybody's going to say, cool.
Yeah.
Because it's 29. And I'm not going to lie, I will probably have a mask as well that I can wear if I have to get in close quarters with anybody.
Yes.
That's
And there is
just how
no
it's going to be.
one that's going to be at this event who is going to be telling you not to wear a mask. Whether it will be required or not is a different question. But there is going to be 0 people at this event who are going to tell you not to wear a mask.
Now, that
Accurate.
being said,
Accurate.
That
Daniel
being
speaks
said,
truth.
the 3 of us, along with the Crystal Barista, will be living within the same 4 walls for the duration of the event. So, we may already be around each other without a mask. If it's just the three of us sitting up at the table recording a podcast, something like that, you may see the three of us without a mask on, so long as the people listening are at least 6 feet beyond away, or a reasonable distance away, to where the risk of like any contamination or infection isn't present. That's
Also,
because we're
we're gonna have to take off our masks
being,
to drinks.
yeah.
To drink the drinks in the drink contest.
Yeah.
I can't talk. We are going to have to take off the masks during the drink contest.
Yep. But again, guys, as we've stated a number of times, but I just want to make so abundantly clear, safety. Safety, 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 safety. You cannot have fun if you are worried. You cannot have fun if you are unsafe. You cannot have fun if you don't feel like people care about your well-being. We care about your well-being, and we will absolutely be monitoring the situation all the way up until the day that it happens. We would not be having this event if we did not think that we could do it safely. So we absolutely have your back. And if you want extra safety precautions for yourself, you are more than welcome to them. If you want to go ahead and stay even further away from people, not touch people, anything like that, please feel free. We will have requirements that we will be making sure that we and everyone else follow for safety. And if they're not enough for you, follow your own. Do even more, and we will be 100% behind you, because this is a weird year. We've said it before, we will say it again, and your safety, your comfort, and your ability to have fun at this event is the most important thing.
Priority number one.
Yep.
So we also did
we
get another question, is that if there are any local people that would like to bring items to the event, absolutely. If you would like to bring something, please do, because as we know from the books, the Black Tower is purely organic. And even in the we as members of the Black Tower had to establish ourselves and establish our own sovereignty. So when it comes to you guys coming and hanging out with us, it's not so much as us hosting an event for you to attend. It's more like us throwing a party so that we can all party together. So if you want to bring something, I will not say no.
Let's get it started in here. Let's get
it started. Yeah, do it.
Everybody keeps running.
And we did just get a comment in our live chat. Nothing screams axes, swords, bows, and arrows.
Yep.
That's how we do with the Black Tower.
No, in fact, and so if you are coming from nearby, or if you're driving or anything like that, we are well aware of plane requirements. You are not required to bring anything but yourself.
Yourself and a smile.
If you bring yourself in a good attitude, you will be above and beyond.
If you bring yourself in a bad attitude, you will be given shots.
Until you have a good attitude.
Or until you pass out and spend the night on my lawn.
Listen here, more shoddy. You just type liquor's a given like you're wearing clothes. We've already seen the BTP forums, all right?
At least I personally thought it would be really fun. The price of admission be one bottle of your favorite alcohol. So if you're coming from locally, whatever, bring a dish, bring a favorite alcohol, bring a packet of cookies, do whatever it is that makes you happy. Again, yourself in a smile. It doesn't matter what you bring.
No, yeah, let's
another
do that.
great question we
let's
just
do
got.
That. Hold on.
Another great question we just got in the chat.
Yourself and have fun.
Yes. Another great question we just got in the chat is if you're entering the mixology contest and your beverage has a unique and or rare ingredient, can you ship it? Yes, you can. If you would like to ship items to the party location, which is the location in the description below, you absolutely may do that.
Also, if you would like to ship characters, stop it. You have a problem.
Listen, guys,
Hey, bro, Perrin and Elias.
if you ship anything, either address it to Josh, since it is his house, or address it to Black Tower Podcast, and then send us a message on Discord or Twitter or Instagram or wherever you can, saying, "Hey, I shipped this thing. I addressed it to X."
Please give us a heads up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give us a DM.
That way we know, because I know that Josh's household opens packages as soon as they get there. So if you do not tell them don't open it, they will open it, because there's a package sitting there that goddamn better well still be factory sealed by the time I get there.
I will say this, Andrew, it may not be factory sealed, but I promise we didn't look.
Suspicion intensifies.
You must be fun at Christmas.
Josh is acting sus.
So
Let's
here's
vote
the
him
deal.
off as the imposter right now.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. We get, no joke, 4 or 5 packages a day from Amazon. So when we get packages on the doorstep, we go, what's this? Now, in this particular case, Andrew has shipped something to my home and asked us not to open the outer envelope, but we did not look. I promise, I swear on my
That
ability
was so wrong for Catholics, but I love your
trust
effort.
you one madman to another.
I don't know.
Yeah,
That was
I'm just doing weird,
All I know is your wife
salutations. What the
squealed
fuck?
at the package she got, so we're good to go.
wait. I give you my word as an Ashaman.
Oh, there we go.
And I
like
know
that.
not
This guy knows what he's doing.
what it says. Hey, you pointed right. Yay.
I did. I figured it out.
Oh, I'm not
Good
worried
job.
about what
I thought
I
I was
sent
right
said.
before, and then I was wrong. And
You
I
shouldn't
thought I
know
was
what-
right
what
again,
I
and
sent
was wrong.
is.
Now I figured it out. Also, again, I do want to reiterate: the Crystal Barista lives with Josh. She is planning another event
wife.
right now.
She's Princess Leia to
She
his
has
Jabba the Hutt.
lots of shit that is coming to her right now. Please give us a heads up, or she will think it's rocks and rip it open.
Did I send you that picture, Andrew?
I don't know,
Probably.
maybe.
So we were having a good happy birthday party for a buddy of mine who is attending. I got to get him to fill out the RSVP. He keeps saying he wants to finish the books before the event, and I'm
You
like,
better
bro,
read fast. He's got like less than a month left.
all right, and he's in book 9.
Andrew's not even going to finish New Spring by the time we have the event. This
You're not
guy's
wrong.
got no chance.
I should have ordered it already, honestly, and I haven't.
You should have done that. So we had some fun, and I'm just saying there's a Slave Leia costume that may or may not have come out.
Matthew, we have not gotten the unboxing of the Red Rod Terran Girl, but I'm sure the McElwain household has. We'll do it at the
Josh,
gathering.
I
Madness.
will neither confirm nor deny the accusation that the Red Rod has been unboxed.
Please
I will
confirm
say
Josh.
that I have failed in the unboxing of the Red Rod Terran Grail.
We'll
Josh,
do it at the
please
event.
confirm for me that there are pics of you in the Slave Leia outfit.
I will do no such thing, sir.
Fuck.
I'm still confident
That was
what it
the
is.
only thing I wanted from this year, Josh. There
There
was one thing I wanted from
I'll
this year.
tell you what, I will put it out right now. If we get, well, let's see, what do we got? We got like we're almost to 200 followers on YouTube. Okay. I will say right now that if we can get to 1,000 followers, before the Gathering Madness here on YouTube, I will, at some point in time at the Gathering Madness, come out dressed in a Slave Leia outfit.
Holy shit. Set a manageable
I
goal,
don't want
don't you?
this
Huh?
anymore.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
That's what?
Wow, our goals
840
worked that well
subscribers
last time.
in less than a month? Holy shit, that would break metrics.
It would.
I'm
And
pretty
I
sure
know
we'd
that
get
on,
flagged for bot activity and get taken down off of YouTube if that happened.
Not once they watched our video, we wouldn't. They know exactly what happened.
This is YouTube. They don't watch the videos.
Well, I'd like to just throw that out there, okay? It is now up to the listeners and it is up to you guys. This is the challenge. If we can get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before the event, I will present myself in a Slave Leia outfit.
Also, guys, here, just to make things fun for everyone, I know how well this worked last time. If we, right now we are at 300 followers on Instagram. If we can make 500 followers, which is far more reasonable than the Slave Leia goal, though I still want to see us hit that. 500 followers on Instagram, again, by the 16th, by October 16th at the Gathering Madness, I will let these two gentlemen shave every hair I have from this area to this area. Just saying.
Well, now we got some fun.
It sounds like
Now
fun
we
for them.
got
Sounds
some
like
ladies.
work for me. You know what? You know what? You know what?
You know what, Andy?
I'm ready.
You don't need to do anything. Josh will have fun. Wow.
I think I still got mine. Yeah, I still got mine right here. This is how lazy I am.
Where it belongs, where I shave.
Should I go Ileana again?
Oh,
Scratch my face.
stop yourself. Stop. We need a goal. We need the people involved. If we're gonna go to Ileana again,
You just channeling your inner Michael Jordan right there. Stop. Get help.
help.
Okay, are there any other questions? Is there anything else on anyone's mind?
I
'Cause we
do have
just did-
one question,
Bring-
and this is just in general for the people. We have a few people on our platforms that I think are due to record some spoiler warnings for us. If they attend the Gathering Madness, will they be able to do it with us in person?
Well, that's an interesting thing you bring up there, Daniel, because it seems like that falls under the umbrella of there are more surprises waiting to come after the Gathering Madness.
Is there an academy to go along with that umbrella?
I don't have a monocle, okay? I don't have a monocle.
It's both.
There you go.
Both Andrew and I. That's almost a monocle. I'm unhappy that you pulled that out so easily.
I would use
That's
my
what
cup,
she said.
but it still has liquid in it. Otherwise, it would run it over. Drink through my eye.
Oh shit!
Well, gentlemen, I think that is it for announcements.
I think that's it. If there's nothing else that anybody else has,
pressing questions.
if there's no other questions or anything like that,
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
indeed.
You're madmen.
Yeah. Daniel, where? Tell us
So-
where.
Easiest, most bestest place to ask all your questions would be the channel specifically built for the Gathering Madness on our Discord. Now, some of you might be asking, But Daniel, I'm not on your Discord. Where in the world would I go ahead and go to do that thing? Well, you have a couple of options, random citizen. Number one would be down in the comment section under this video. We will definitely be monitoring that today all the way to October and into October. If you want to just grab the Discord link from there, you can do that as well. And the last and most obvious place in some ways is if you hop on to blacktowerpod.com.
That's our website.
That is our website, and you will be able to get a Discord invite to go ahead and ask your question there. I am sure that you can create, or there will already be a forum on the website that you can go ahead and ask your question there.
There is a forum about the Gathering Madness. If you go to Black Tower Forums, and under general discussion.
And those are probably your best ways. Comment on this video, ask us in Discord, ask us in the forums. You have plenty of places to ask us if you have questions, because we want to answer them. Again, always, 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 but in this case especially, we want you to have all of the information so that you can stay safe, so that you can have fun, so that you can love yourself and others as much as you possibly can. And we will answer any and all questions, whether they be related to safety for the event.
I thought you were going to say as much as we love you.
How long have I been muted?
That went without saying. I didn't think I needed.
We do love you guys.
I
whether
just
it be
realized
about
I have been muted forever.
Whether it be events that are going to be happening and how you can get involved, whether it be how it's going to happen virtually, all of those things, we will answer those questions, and we will be happy to do so. So let us know if you guys want anything else, whether it be in any form or about anything about the Gathering Madness. We are here. I'm not going to say 24/7 because we do actually have a mildly similar sleep schedule, but we will be around enough that your question will be answered by the time the Gathering Madness.
All right. So, Corbin, what's up, my Ashaman? Good to have you here. As for guests,
right.
Surprises. One has already been potentially linked, depending on how things worked out. More likely than not, that individual will be there based off of what we have been told. Excuse me, I got the burps suddenly. The taint has its repercussions.
You can do it. We believe in you.
They should be there.
The burps
if nothing else, than for the Taste the Taint dinner meal on the 17th. See what else. It's been since the last time you guys brought up any more questions. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I probably muted it because I had to do or say something. I don't know. Anyway. Let's see. At what time will the impersonate a BTP host event be? If you can impersonate one of us, then who knows?
I have to admit, I think that we're all not big enough characters that you could probably imitate us in an accurate way. But if you want to try, the event will be starting squarely at whenever we damn well please, between 9 a.m. and 11 p.m. on the 17th.
Listen, if you think that your hands are remotely small enough to impersonate me, you're mistaken. Because I've built the greatest hands. I had my own doctor, my own hospital, all American made of the greatest bricks from the greatest things we tore down. You guys don't like to hear about those things anymore. But I had to make my hands out of that material. And let's just say there were so few in this great land of America. That's why the hands are this small. And that's why I can't really grab anything. But if you think that you can half impersonate me, well, we'll see how that goes. But don't be surprised if the Secret Service doesn't show up and do their fantastic job I trained them to do no better than, and take care of you. So let's just leave it at that. You're fake news.
I'm excited about this. I actually would love to see this.
That would be fantastic.
I just think it was funny how Daniel just gradually disappeared more and more.
Yeah. Also, guys, again, as far as guests, we don't want to go ahead and speak for other people. We do have a number of people that we know are planning on being there, but in case they have a last minute commitment that they need to go do or anything like that, we definitely don't want to make commitments for other people. The four people that we can guarantee are going to be there are the three of us and this gentleman's wife. And that is pretty much it. But as stated, we don't want to speak for them. And if they actually do follow through on their RSVP, we are accepting them there, and you should be too. But 2020 has been so fun that making promises and then having them not end up being fulfilled would just be another horrible cherry on what has been a shit Sunday of a year.
It's true.
So we will do our best. We will be there.
We will be there. That is a fact.
We will reserve the right for them to make decisions that are right for them, is what I will say.
At the end of the day, we're going to make it as fun,
if you have
as
any
enjoyable
more
as we can. We're going to do everything that we can to make this fun for those that are there physically, virtually, content creator or not. We've already detailed everything that's going to happen. There's going to be tweets, there's going to be posts, there's going to be Instagram posts, Discord posts that come out.
It's going to be a busy weekend.
Information. So go ahead, if you're going to attend physically or virtually, make sure down below there's that RSVP link. Make sure you go ahead and fill that out. That gives you an option to indicate if you're going to be there physically and that kind of stuff. And just filling it out will give you access, because we'll make sure everybody that fills that out has access to at least be there virtually. If you're there physically, everybody's going to get a ticket. So you can even now say, oh, I'm going to be there virtually. And then you show up physically and you can prove that you're Dark Souls 69 username. And that's what's on your ticket. And you want to be able to
hear all of you that got to be here live. Thank you to anybody who's watching this video, whether it be tomorrow, 3 days from now, like that. Again, if you have questions, let us know. If we did not answer your question, let us know. And we will see you guys in about 3.5 weeks.
We absolutely will. We're looking forward to it. Thank you from all of us at the Black Tower Podcast to all of you out there wherever you have been. Josh, your Tsorovan Mahale.
And I have been Andrew, your Bajan Shitty Connection Mael.
And I have been Daniel, your Aman Khan Mahale. And everybody, be excellent to each other.
And party on, dude.